Welcome back to Cap and Trade, another episode. We are recording tonight, nothing live. So, like we did last week, I wanted to take a look at a specific play that caught my interest, caught my eye. Last week, we looked at the game winning touchdown with the Houston Texans with CJ Stroud to Tank Dell. And this week, copious amount of plays to choose from the Cincinnati game. A very exciting game. This week, I chose the throw to Dalton Schultz with 42 seconds left. It was a 3rd and 6 at Cincinnati's, at Cincinnati's 29-yard line. So let's take a look. Let's get the intro rolling, and we'll come back and look at the video. Okay, so we are set up. Before we dive in too much, make sure you have subscribed to the newsletter. I just put out a in-depth game review newsletter out today. It's capandtrade.football. So make sure you subscribe to that letter. It's very informative. I put a lot of work into it, and I hope you enjoy it. And on top of that, it is free. So here we have the play that we're talking about. Like I said, it's 3rd and 6, 42 seconds left. Houston's pushing, has to get into field goal range. And what we have here is, let me scoot this play up a little bit just to kind of give you a little more indication of what Cincinnati is doing here. So they come out with split shotgun formation with, the two backs, but Dell's lined up as a back here. But they're already presenting a cover 0 look. So let's go ahead and run this up a little bit. Let Dell motion out to the flat. So you see the secondary shift over with him. So that's our man indicator. That's our man coverage indicator. That's pre-snap. Okay. Lou Anarumo is going to throw a little curveball here to CJ. You've got 7 players lined up showing press, showing a full out 7-man blitz, cover 0, no safety help. They're going to throw the kitchen sink at CJ here on this 3rd and 6 play. Try to stop it and put them out of any potential field goal range, make it a long 4th down, try to put this game away is what their intentions are presenting here. Okay. So let's run it. Look at it. So now, one thing we need to look at CJ. He's screaming over here at Noah. Hey, check. He's calling an audible. Presumably, he's adjusting the route that he wants Brown to run. But unfortunately, luckily, he does not see this safety wiggling around out here, going back and forth. All right, so let's run this forward a little bit. Gets a snap out. And look, they vacate. Okay, we had the linebackers up here inside the gap, in the B gap, C gap, trying to do a double mug look. Got another safety in the box here. So post-snap, completely different. We go from cover 0 to a zone cover 3. So we got a deep safety single high. We've got boundary cornerback playing outside leverage, looking towards CJ. Boundary looking towards the quarterback. Underneath, looking towards the quarterback, looking towards the quarterback, looking towards the quarterback, looking towards the quarterback. Zone coverage. So Here we have a completely different look from pre-snap to post-snap. So they're trying to confuse the quarterback. Let's back this up a little bit. So what CJ is looking to do here is his progressions. So you have Brown having a little option route, Schultz on a seam, Mechie on a deep comeback, and Dell on an out route. He's not really looking at this side of the field over here. He's not really caring with this side of the field. Where he's looking at is 1, 2. That's his progressions, most likely, if I had to guess. So let's move this forward a little bit. He's at the top of his drop. What he's looking to do, and you can see his eyes are looking this way. He's looking at Mechie and Tank Dell. And his goal is to pull as many defenders to this side of the field as possible. He already knows that his potential outlay is right here in this open area. So you see him looking this way. Look what happens. He's pulling the safety down this way. He's pulling this linebacker this way because he's trying to get this underneath route to try to intercept that. He's keeping his eyes forward, trying to eliminate the throwing lane. He's trying to break in, and he's protecting the deep route. Not paying any attention to Dalton Schultz. With Brown coming inbound, this means his underhook defensive back is going to take that, and he's got all the space in the world here. So let's clear this out. We're going to start it back. Now watch and think about everything we talked about. Think about the shift, the deep safety moving to cover 3, outside leverage, eyes towards this side of the field. We'll run this play. Look, throw. Such a pretty throw, too. I mean, it's exactly where it needs to be. Nobody else can get to it. Late breaking cornerback. Great adjustment by Schultz. Another thing, and the Texans had a good blocking game again. Look at this protection. Tunsil's shoving his guy out of the block. Fance pushing his guy out of the box. Dieter and Mason are doubling up on DJ Reader. Howard's working his guy out of the pocket. Boone has no work to go, so he's going to try to release out as a last-minute safety relief valve. But CJ's already made his decision. This is so cool. I love this. He's coming back. He's looking left. Taking a little glance over here. As soon as he gets to the top of his drop. Look where he's looking. This way. Pulling everybody over. Wide open area. It's a good play design, good play call by Bobby Slowick, but what really makes it is CJ's working his eyes to move players where he needs them to go. So here's from the rear, from the end zone, just so you can kind of see what CJ is looking at. He's making his audible. Players drop back. Remember what we said. Look where he's going. His eyes are this way. Even though he knows he's going to throw it up here. He's looking that way, trying to pull him pull this safety. You can barely see his foot up here, but he's already shading to that side of the hash. And flips, throws, easy. Let's watch it one more time through. Audible, audible. Get the ball, look right, reset our feet, change our feet direction, our shoulders, reload, quick throw. I mean, that is just fun stuff to watch. I mean, I just can't get enough of it. So hopefully you found that, somewhat informative and kind of just how I'm seeing this play break down. Cincinnati, like we talked about, presenting cover zero, trying to disguise their look into a big shift into cover three. So they went from presenting cover zero, man coverage across the board with no safety help. That safety was in the box, dives out big time at snap. The defense rotates into a cover three zone look with outside leverage on the cornerbacks with the underneath hooks, just leaving a seam wide open for Dalton Schultz. It's just a fantastic call by Slowick. Good adjustment by CJ at the line. Good blocking by the offensive line. Luckily, Cincinnati brought 4, but the offensive line held up perfectly. Fantastic route by Schultz. CJ looking to his right, move the safety, move the linebacker, put them where I need them, reload, reset, hit the seam route. It's just great to see. I mean, it's stuff that you don't see from a rookie processing at that high of a level this quickly into their career. This is stuff you see from 3, 4, 5-year veterans, and the fact that us as Houston fans get to see it as from a rookie 10 weeks into the season is just super exciting. And so, I think that'll be about it for tonight. We'll be back hopefully next week with another positive outcome after you're going against the little frisky Arizona Cardinals. I think this game's going to be a little more difficult than originally planned, especially with Kyler Murray back on the field. So, like I said, make sure you subscribe to the newsletter, capandtrade.football. Subscribe to the Cap and Trade YouTube channel if you can as well. But the newsletter is where it's at. And, if you've got any questions, comments, throw them down below here. Send me an email, troy@overthecap.com. Happy to discuss and break down and answer any questions I can. So with that, we will shut it down. Everybody have a good night. Thank you.